Jose Mourinho once said that for him, the match starts with a press conference. I wonder, do you feel the same?
Jose is a master of that. So Jose says that for sure. Yes, and I think there are some really good examples on how he did it. Yeah.
Do you feel the same in your inbox?
Well, it's part of it for sure, and I'm sure that the player speaks a lot of information, or the manager speak information, our supporters speak information. So yeah, we have to be as open as we want, and it's an opportunity for sure to send the messages across that we believe are important.
And as part of that, would you watch the press conference of, for example, Sheffield United this weekend?
Yes.
What kind of thing are you looking for?
I don't know. I think it's good. Every information that you can see, you see behaviors on the touchline. You know how they behave, how they act, how they react to referees, how they interact between them, and it's another way to understand how they think. You know how they see us as well, and the perception that you get of how they have prepared to the game. Thank you.
Hi, Mikel. Something that was touched on a few weeks ago was just different sports like rugby, watching the game from different vantage point, and I know you won't be doing that, but you've probably got other guys who do. I was just wondering, from an information standpoint, how much information are you actually getting during the game, and how much of a decision is based on that, or is it just kind of gut feeling?
Both. Obviously, we have to use the technology and the data that we have right now to be more precise and to be more efficient in how we have to present the information. And what we can get live right now, it's extremely good, and we have to use it.
In terms of being like a football man, is that something you like, or because there are people who feel they prefer football from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whereas they feel today's football might be a bit too precise in a way.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
I live the present, and the present is what we have right now, you know, and try to use every single tune in a way that that empowers your qualities. You know, if there are certain things that are going to take things from your gut feeling or decision making, depending where that information is coming from, can be dangerous, but at the same time, it can be really powerful to open your eyes to something else.
And as a young manager, I was just wondering, was that something you were really kind of aligned with when you're doing your coaching badges, for instance, and has it changed much?
It has changed. It has changed. It has evolved, and I'm sure it will evolve. Like it evolves the way that you make decisions to pick your lineup or your squad, or the way you speak to the team, and when you speak to the team, and what your message is on match day, and what is the content tactically on your match day, or how you review games. Everything evolves, but evolves as well because these guys evolve as well, and what they need today might be different to what they need in 3 months or in 6 months, and you have to keep your eyes open to that.
You touched on a minute ago about touchline behaviour. You got the yellow card last week.
After the game, eh?
Yeah.
In the game, I was good.
You're one game away from a ban now. How much would that affect you if you weren't on the touchline with your players?
Well, I've been at home twice with COVID, you know, so I will be closer. Hopefully, they allow me to be closer if that's the case than being on a Zoom call. Obviously, I don't want to go through that. I will try to not to be in that position. If it happens, we will adapt.
But it's just not so much the ban, but the fact is, because you're so active and vocal on that touchline, how much do you think it would affect you? You're not there, basically guiding the team.
Yeah, we always playing. So I don't know why we get 3 yellows and the players can have 5. You know, we are there every minute of every game. You know, some players on the bench, sometimes they are injured, but we are there. We can have only 3 yellows. Players can. It's not fair, no?
But I mean, you seem to be getting them for pretty. I don't know. Don't seem to be that serious.
You didn't listen to that conversation, so maybe I said some beautiful things, but maybe my English is not good enough.
So do you think you will ever be able to change your sort of?
Yes. Well, I think I'm changing. I want to think that. If you think different, let me know. But I think I yes, for sure. Yeah.
Can you expand on what the conscious effort is?
Basically, I don't want to get sent off, and I think sometimes when I look at myself and I'm so agitated like this, I think it can give an image that I don't think is the best, and sometimes maybe for the club. So sometimes it's difficult with certain decisions when you are there in the heat, because as well you are representing the club, you want to defend them. And that's what it drives me, is to defend the players, to defend the club, nothing else. It's not about me. It's there to be on it, and make sure that as we are the best that we possibly can, as competitive we possibly can. That's the drive, is nothing else.
You want the players to be cold and unemotional, don't you? To be quite clinical, so they kind of make the right decisions without emotion. So can you put yourself into their shoes and do the same on the touchline, so therefore you're almost dispassionate?
What I don't allow is that behavior changes the focus, and then I cannot look to the game with clarity or make decisions with clarity. What's the demand to the players, I don't like the players leaving the game like they are in the sun, and in a sunbed. I like the players to feel every single ball, I demand them to do that, but with emotional part that they have to control for sure.
Is that something that you saw when you were a player, that you saw your manager or Arsenal doing something or managing something, or did you say to you that you don't want my manager doing that?
I don't know. I think when you are there, you have to live it, and you have to be yourself. And I had managers that they could sit here and don't move and don't say a word. Some that they were shouting the whole time. Some others that, like Arsene, that they have the presence and that was more than enough to be there. It depends on the manager, I think.
Mikel, you're more agitated now than you ever were as a player. What's changed? Is it harder for you to do?
No, I don't think. I think if you ask players that play with me, I would say I was always on their backs. So, yeah, I don't know. It's who I am. Probably in 10 years' time, I will be very different.
You think you can change?
I think I will evolve in many ways. I don't see it as something. I think something bad if it affects the team in a bad way. If I'm making decisions that is putting the club under pressure, the players under pressure, if it's to get them support and allow them to live the game better and make better decisions, I would continue to do it. Yeah. Thank you.